This young lady has a message to the men.
Okay, we need to normalize guys approaching girls at the gym because right now it's just awkward for everyone.
I've been seeing a lot of videos with women saying this, but I'm gonna go ahead and translate what she's actually trying to say.
There will be a guy I see every day. We make eye contact, we do the little half smile thing, and then nothing ever happens.
So there's some guy in the gym, he's 6'8", built like LeBron James. They make eye contact and they smile at each other every day. And because of that, she feels special, not knowing he's making eye contact and smiling at a lot of girls in the gym because he's 6'8" and built like LeBron James.
This goes on for weeks. At that point, we're basically coworkers. I'm not asking to be hit on mid-squat or anything, but if you catch me between sets and just say hi, that's not weird. What's weird is pretending we don't recognize each other after making eye contact 40 times. Like, grow a pair and come talk to me.
So fellas, let me be clear on what she's saying. She wants that guy to come talk to her, not you. Don't you go walking over there, you're gonna end up on a TikTok video. When these women say this, they are talking to specific men. They're not talking to all of us. So do not get tricked, do not get fooled. Don't let her shame you into doing it, trying to make us feel like we're weak if we don't go over there and talk to her. She's not talking to us. She is talking to him. And most of these women making these videos, they are talking to specific men. They're not talking to the rest of us. This is why you see some women online saying, don't talk to us, and other women saying, talk to us. Because the women who are saying don't talk to us, those are the regular men approaching. The women who are saying come talk to us, those are the good looking men that they want to approach. So don't get it twisted, fellas. I'm just trying to save you some time. That's all I'm doing.
The difference between a man and a woman at the beginning of the year, a man is going to quietly reset, while a woman is going to post what she's about to do, her vision board, and gym videos. A man don't do none of that. Men just move differently. They are not going to announce what they are about to change. They definitely don't broadcast what they are about to cut off. And they don't post about people that they have outgrown. Men, y'all have mastered it. Y'all just stop showing up the same way. Y'all start to wake up earlier. Y'all start to work longer. Y'all start to become more selective with your time. Y'all start pulling y'all energy inward. Y'all start to protect your peace. Y'all start to restructure y'all money. And simply, y'all just start planning the next version of yourselves. One thing that I admire about a man, y'all do not reset for attention. Y'all reset for survival. Y'all reset is usually big. Y'all tell yourselves that it is time to be a better version of you because who you are today is not enough. When y'all are focused on a goal, y'all go all in 1,000%. When a man is focused and he goes quiet, it is not because he is lost. It is because he is strategizing and rebuilding. January is not about an announcement for a man. It's about him resetting and carving out his blueprint. And the scariest part about a man that is disciplined, by the time people around him and notice that he has changed, he is already on to the next version of himself and his life.
Even today, the average IQ of a man is 99 and 97 for a woman. More importantly, however, 7 out of 8 people in the top 1% of IQ are men. Sorry, love, I know it's triggering, but every single man in this chat would dominate intellectually.
But do you realize that that's because men are offered greater opportunities of education? Men do worse in college. They do worse in college.
Wait, Maren.
You're literally saying that men are intellectually more smarter.
Wait, Maren, are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
So just to be, okay, so the statistics would seem to disagree with you.
How so?
Well, ever since it's either 1979 or 1980, there's been more women who go to college than men. That's 4 decades of there being a greater representation of women in higher education. This number today is something like, I think it's 60-40 split. So what this means is, so women who went to university in 1979, 1980, they're now retiring. So you've essentially had an entire workforce through the period of that workforce where women started going to university more than men.
Stop approaching women you know you cannot afford. You already see the woman's lifestyle. You see how she living.
So if she's already living that lifestyle all on her own, what exactly is the issue?
You know you can't afford it. Now when she asks you for money to upkeep the lifestyle that she's already living.
Wait. What exactly are these women in these scenarios doing? Why would they be asking men for money in the first place? I thought these women were strong and independent and could do things all on their own. And obviously they've been maintaining their lifestyles beforehand. But yet they would ask men for money while they're dating. That's rather giving the impression that some women aren't as strong and independent as they want everyone else to think that they are. It's either that or they just view men as walking ATMs. So which one is it?
You want to get an attitude. Go be with your type. She's not your type.
Right. They should be with their type, shouldn't they? The type of women that actually want a relationship and don't view men as just a means to an end.
Men are everywhere. I got a challenge for every woman watching. Go outside, and today I want you to count how many men, period, you run into. For one full day, I bet you if you're outside in the world, it will be more than 100. Now, every man, he might have been an Uber driver, he might have been a doorman, he might have been the gardener, he might have been the Amazon delivery guy, and a woman will say, yeah, I ran across 100 men, but none of them were their option. These men were virtually invisible because she has her eye on one guy, right? Now, here's the harsh reality. What if you're invisible to that one guy? What if you're invisible to the one guy that you want, that he could walk right by you and doesn't even blink an eye? So how much of your life do you want to waste waiting on a man who's not thinking about you? I say not a second. You have to know the difference between worth and preference. What happens is this. Women have attached their worth to a man's preference. So if you're not a man's preference, oh, you have 2 kids by 2 men, I don't want you. A woman takes that, she internalizes it, and now she feels worthless because she's allowing somebody's preference determine her worth. Where, stop right there. He has a right to his preference. Let me defend guys for a second, because women say he has to be 6 feet. He has to make a certain amount of money. He has to have a job, all these things. So a man has the right to say, well, I want a woman of a certain weight. I have a woman that has no kids. I want a woman that's going to follow my lead. Whether you agree with it or not, you both just stated your preferences. But now the internet, because everybody has a microphone, and a lot of broken people have microphones and they're speaking loudly, right? Mm-hmm. They're telling you, if you have a kid, you're worthless. If you are overweight, you're worthless. If you are working too much, nobody wants you, you're worthless. And you have internalized that to be your truth. Stop right there. Know your worth. Push back on it. Literally, what makes me sad about this conversation is people are looking for worth when you were given it at birth. I was once at a comedy show, and this comedian, it was so funny. He was like, I was so high, I was on the phone looking for my phone. And I was like, yo, man, I don't know what I did with my phone. I gotta call you back. And then he hangs up the phone, and it was such a funny joke. But that's what you're doing with your worth. You're like, oh, I'm looking for my worth, and God's laughing at you. Cause he's like, you looking for your worth, it's in your hand. It's in your hand. You don't have to find your worth. Yeah, someone might have a preference. You might not be their preference. It's okay, girlfriend. It does not take away from your worth. Your worth was given to you.
A man's life is way harder than a woman's life. And ladies, do you even have the first clue of what a true alpha masculine man has to deal with day in and day out? Do you have an inkling of an idea? Because I guarantee you don't. Men wake up every day knowing nobody's going to hand them anything. Nobody cares how they feel. Nobody's validating them for existing. Everything they have to earn. Respect, money, status, reputation, even his physique. All of it comes with sweat, sacrifice, and relentless pressure. Women are born with value. You're young, you're beautiful, you have femininity, and automatically you get attention, protection, options, and men willing to provide. But a man, he's invisible until he proves himself. Invisible until he brings something to the table. That's the brutal truth. Ladies don't know what it's like to carry the weight of protecting and providing, not just for yourself, but for your family, for the woman you love, for the people counting on you, while nobody's coming to save you even if you fall. Men don't get safety nets. Men don't get sympathy. They grind or they unnoticed. And yet, despite carrying that pressure, most men still get nothing but criticism. Women demanding more, complaining, disrespecting, instead of appreciating the fact that their man is out there fighting battles that they can't even see. So before you roll your eyes at the men, ladies, ask yourself this. Do you even have the first clue what a real masculine man faces every single day? Because if you did, you would stop nagging and start appreciating. Men's lives are harder. And the fact that they still show up to protect you anyway, that strength women will never understand.
really enjoy CJ's content, man. I really do. Just thinking about the girl talking about, there's a guy at 6'8", built like LeBron James. If you really look at her, she's not that bad looking, right? But unfortunately for her, she's got competition. She got competition. So she could probably, honestly, she couldn't go to, she couldn't hang in Miami. She probably couldn't hang in LA just because that's what they do. Probably, I don't know where she could go, but modern women move out to the suburbs, move out to the suburbs. One of the big things, at least it is here in Texas, is the areas that used to be really country, they knocking all that out. So what you can do, because they're knocking all of the rural areas out, they're building nice homes. And some of these are like country / nice homes for like the uppity country people who want to get away from their white trash. I'm sorry, but that's what they doing. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but that's what they doing. So you come over here and they got some really nice neighborhoods. I'm telling you, that nice neighborhood. So they got them. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm just saying they got stores in these neighborhoods. They got whole pharmacies in these neighborhoods, specific to these neighborhoods. They got these neighborhoods are now coming standard with whole freaking community centers. Whole community centers with yoga classes and gyms. You can probably be a yoga teacher in one of those. Probably catch one of these young finance bros, and you gonna be the only one he has eyes for, because you're the only one out there. You pretty enough, you cute enough. Oh, me and Brad met, and I was teaching a yoga class, and he decided to sign up that day, and it was like a Hallmark movie, and you'll have your man. But what you want to do is sit in the gym and look at and go for every other man, the same man that every other woman is looking at. They gonna be single forever.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
A bear, absolutely.
What if it's a good guy?
You don't know that.
Bear.
Why the bear?
Because men are very unpredictable sometimes when they're straight, usually.
You don't think the bear's unpredictable?
A bear.
A bear.
Why a bear?
Men are terrifying.
Because men can do a million things and a bear can do only one.
I feel like a bear would let me go. They'd be like, hey bear, how are you? I would talk to it.
A man's gonna like you.
So let's nip this man versus bear conversation in the bud right the now. The question is, would you rather be in the forest alone with a man or a bear? Not a or a bear. What percentage of men do y'all think are? That's what's really getting to me, because y'all make it seem like it's a 50-50% chance. Like, oh, he might be, he might not. Have you lost your mind? And before y'all answer that in the comments, because it is a question and I do want an answer, what percentage of men do y'all think are? And when you answer, I want you to put it in the form of a sentence of the men that are in your life. So that way we can bring this back to reality. So I want you to say, of my 3 brothers, 2 of them are. Of my 6 male cousins, 3 of them are. Of my 5 male friends, 2 of them are. I want you to give me those numbers. And I think about this in real life because I have brothers in real life. And if somebody out there chose to be in the forest with a bear as opposed to one of my brothers because you thought there was even a chance that one of them might you. Each fight me right now. No, fight me right now.
Quick question for you.
Oh, I know you. You hit me up one time.
When did I hit you up?
On Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, you were asking me if I wanted to do an interview.
Well, here we are.
Oh gosh, I'm kind of working right now though.
What do you do for work?
I do OnlyFans.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you're gonna judge.
Hey, who said I'm judging though?
It's okay, I've seen your videos.
Hey, listen, what's the most a man has spent on you, taking you shopping?
I've actually never been taken shopping.
You've never been taken shopping before?
I don't think so. You ever been taken shopping? No, we're not. We're not like that. We're not like that. We don't roll like that.
None of your exes before said, hey, let's go to the mall and I'll just splurge on you today.
No.
Why do you think that's never happened to you before?
I just don't think I dated people like that, and I feel like that's more common here in Miami. So like outside of Miami, it's not really like a kind of like a standard. So, but listen, I know I would love to do an interview, but I really have to work. I really have to work, and I have to take advantage of the sunlight.
I'm just curious to know.
I know, it's okay. Thank you though.
So, okay, first long-term relationship, you had told him the body count was on the low end.
Yeah, he was
How
like,
did he
that
find
changes
out?
everything.
Like,
And
did you tell him, or did he like
I just
find
started
out?
feeling guilty because I started like really falling for him. So I was like, this lie, like
Damn.
I'm holding it in. So I told him, and he like flipped out on me.
Wait, so what was the number that you told him?
4,
What was it actually?
like 150.
Excuse me?
Sorry, Mom.
Wait,
Sorry,
how
Dad.
old were you?
I was 19. I had a friend who had an older sister, and she told me have sex with as many people in high school as you can because no one has. What? So I took that as law, and I really went for it.
Wait. Can you repeat that part? What she told you?
Have sex with as many people as you can in high school because nobody has any yet, and I just took that as law because I was hypersexual, very young.
And you're 27 now?
I am 27.
Okay.
So do the math.
Maturing is realizing that it's not that all guys are the same. It's that you're doing something to cause the same reaction. People are fucking looking at me while I'm recording. But anyways, let that sink in, okay? So there's something that you're doing that is getting the same type of reaction out of each man that you're with, even though not everybody is the same, right? Everybody thinks differently. But let's think about this, right? What's the definition of insanity? The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing and expecting a different result. I know. It's crazy, right? No pun intended. You gotta self-reflect. You gotta be able to look at yourself and say, okay, I have this character flaw. I have this insecurity. I have this issue. And I gotta work on that issue. Or if not, I'm gonna feel like every guy is the same. Mic drop.
We need to go back to when we didn't care about men's emotions, for real.
Well, at least they were brave enough to show their face, for what that's worth. But unfortunately, we don't live in an ideal world. Because in an ideal world, everyone would care about everyone else, to include their overall well-being as well as their mental health, regardless of their gender orientation, so on and so forth. Yet sadly, we live in this reality, which is full of very selfish individuals who lack a basic knowledge and basic understanding of what mental health actually means to a great many people. And they also have failed to take into consideration what actually happens when men suffer from poor mental health in some cases. But that would involve actually thinking things through.
Men's mental health. All of that.
How about no? A lot of us aren't in the habit agreeing with the most ignorant of individuals that would actually make such a statement, let alone agree with it.
What is your type? Like, what do you like physically?
Rich.
I said physically, not monetarily.
6'1", light skin.
So let's say they're under 6 foot and they're rich. Does that help?
Yeah.
That helps?
Duh.
So how much does a guy need to make?
It don't matter what he makes, it matters how he spend it.
How should he spend it?
On me.
So would you say you're an expensive person?
Duh.
Do you expect your man to pay all the bills?
Duh.
Your car payment, your hair, your nails, everything.
What is he doing if he's not paying for what I need to do?
But if that's the case, what do you provide in return if he's paying for everything?
Myself. Period.
Do you know how to cook?
Yeah, I'm vegetarian, but I do not.
Oh yeah, she has lost a lot of her opportunity if she's saying vegetarian.
But she's sexy. Drops mine. I'm done.
Please, go on. So she wanted her man to pay her car payment, all the bills, buy Prada bags and everything on her, and all she provides is herself, just herself. And on top of that, she cooks vegetarian?
Delusional.
Come on, honey, be realistic here.
This is your reminder to stop taking relationship advice from emotionally immature people.
You should absolutely be punishing men when they hurt your feelings. When they do anything you don't like, anything, you should be punishing them. Whether that's a big punishment or a small punishment. The largest punishment, depending on the offense, should be them losing complete access to you. But if you must keep them around, you need to be charging them some fucking money.
Punishment is how you train a dog. Men are not dogs, they're people. And with people, grown adults, we're supposed to communicate effectively. If you cannot communicate when your feelings are hurt or when someone does something that you don't like, then you probably shouldn't even be in a relationship, if we're being honest. All this petty back and forth, oh, well, they did this to me, so I'm gonna do this to them. That's ridiculous. That's what children do. That's emotionally immature. And I know that ladies love to throw around the fact that we want men to be emotionally mature. However, from all the likes and comments and reposts even that I saw from this video, which side is really lacking the emotional intelligence here?
This is going to trigger a lot of women. And if it triggers you, that means it was meant for you. I don't avoid the truth just because someone's ego is not ready to take it. A lot of women proudly say I have standards, but what they really mean is, I want a man who gives me everything while I give the bare minimum. You want a man who's emotionally mature, financially stable, loyal, masculine, emotionally intelligent, while you can't handle accountability. You don't know how to communicate. You expect him to read your mind. You don't want a partnership. You want a provider, a therapist, a mind reader, all in one man. You demand emotional maturity where you get defensive the moment you're called out. You want consistency, but chase men who give you anxiety because chaos feels exciting. You say you want a masculine leader, but reject anything that requires you to show up feminine. You call it high standards, but it's really just entitlement. Standards aren't about what you demand from others. Standards are about what you demand from yourself. If you want emotional maturity, heal your triggers. If you want consistency, stop entertaining inconsistency. If you want depth, stop showing up shallow. If you want leadership, be someone worth leading. And that's why you keep getting hurt. Not because good men don't exist, but because you're not the woman your ideal man would choose. Build your standards on your character, not fantasies. Because when you call entitlement empowerment or feminism, it's not confidence, it's delusion.
You just listen to a lot of these modern women, man, and you really can't trust them. You really can't trust them to say a whole bunch of smart stuff. You can't. I mean, even you have women that will come out and say, wait, hold on. Would you choose a man or a bear? And that off rip, man, I'm probably going to choose the bear. And one woman was like, wait a minute. You don't think that maybe the man would, I don't worry about it, man. See what I mean? They're not even thinking. They're not even thinking about what they're saying. Oh, that's just what it's going to be. I'm just going to choose the bear because that's what I heard on a TikTok somewhere. And I thought about it for 3 seconds and I said, yeah, I want to get on the trend. I'm going to choose the bear too. All right. Well, call that bear when you're in trouble. Call that bear when you decide to get too drunk and start swinging on men. That man starts swinging on you back. Call that bear.
When it comes to the whole believe all women thing, unless the guy comes out and confesses that he did whatever is alleged to have been done, I'm assuming most men are going to say, I did not do that. So if we say believe all women, that smuggles in disbelieve men.
And it can mean that we have situations where people lie on it, and that's terrible. But it's
as a call taker, it happens a lot.
There should
Women
be
blame men for
consequences.
things that men never did to them. But he ghosted me. Oh, he dumped me. I've encountered way more false accusations than I have it's a real call.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been doing?
I dispatched for about 15 years.
But so for that 15 years
Mhm.
that you were a 911 operator, you're saying that the majority of the calls you got where a woman was alleging that she had been essayed.
In calls where women alleged there were more of the false calls than the real calls. Yes.
This is just a friendly reminder. There is no such thing as a woman's soft side being activated because now you're paying all her bills. Being soft and feminine is a woman's most natural and most powerful state. It's not a subscription that you must pay for in order to experience it. I know they've worked overtime marketing this to us men, but I'm here to tell you that it don't work. The only thing that can make a woman submissive is if she actually wants to be there for you. Simple and plain. There's no amount of money. There's no amount of looks. There's no amount of clout. There's no amount of anything. It's just her sole decision. And don't allow them to trick you and make you believe that they're in survival mode. That's why they're so aggressive or disrespectful towards you. That's cap. It doesn't cost anything for someone to be a decent person to you, especially while being in a relationship when you actually think about it. That's her obligation, because why are you in a relationship if you don't plan on being a pleasant person to be around? But even with all that I just said, I know you ain't gonna listen to what I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
One of the smallest things that I have noticed that irritates me to
regarding men.
And what are we complaining about today about men? Just for the sake of complaining.
Is the way that men will call each other brother at any given chance, but you will never hear them calling a woman sister.
Some women are just nitpicking now.
And I believe that this is so frustrating.
Only for those that are jealous.
The brotherhood of being a man is so alive and well. This idea of protecting each other, caring for each other, finding friendship in each other, even with strangers. They just have to mildly smile at each other and they'll be like, hey brother, how you doing?
So, what's wrong with that?
I have never heard a man say anything that welcoming to a woman.
Of course. For some, it always comes back to, how can I feel slighted today?
Women are seen as inherent objects. Thus, such terms would not go hand in hand, for obvious reasons.
Some will really go to almost any length to try to victimize themselves in some way, just so they can avoid being responsible for the words that come out of their mouth.
There will always be an in crowd for them to be a part of that women will never be able to be a part of. And I'm not saying it is all down to the term brother, but it is a very small indication of that.
That sounded like it was coming from a place of jealousy. So instead of trying to tear down men for the closeness that many of them have with each other, why doesn't a person try to promote the closeness of women so that a person can feel like they're part of a community that someone obviously so wants to be a part of?
You are so selfish. I feel bad for any man to get with you because you are going.
I'm such a giver. Any man that knows I'm such
you're
a giver.
Let's talk about it. How do you give to your man?
In any way I can.
Any way you can. You buy him gifts. You take him on vacation for his birthday.
That's not yet. I haven't done that yet.
Why not?
Because it hasn't been offered. Like no one asked for that. That's like a man. That's masculine of me to be trying to.
I hate that.
If I was trying to,
it's another woman.
Take him on a vacation.
It's another woman who said that. She like that's masculine. Like, but you like vacations.
He doesn't want that.
You don't think
men don't want that type of things from women?
I do. Hey, for any woman out there,
yeah, but we have two different perspectives on life. Clearly, you want that.
I like vacations. Men like vacation. You don't think your man would be like?
Yes, but there's no man that is gonna be sassy enough to ask me to take him on a vacation.
Nah, he don't gotta ask you. You just from your thoughtfulness, like he likes vacation. He likes when we go. Let me surprise him with one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day, maybe for my husband.
Men are scary and evil, and I want to be in a relationship, but I don't know if I'm sweating it that much when I realize that most men are evil.
No, funny, I'm gonna be so serious because some women genuinely have this sentiment, especially women like yourself that have never been in relationships before. And I think what you actually have right now is a fear of missing out. You don't actually have a desire to be in a relationship with a man. You know, those are two separate things. Wanting a relationship and wanting a man are not necessarily the same thing. Because out of a relationship, there are things that you get. You get empathy, you get companionship, you get love, you get a sense of peace, comfort, support. You want those things, but you don't necessarily want a man because you think men are evil. And why would you want something evil? The good thing is all of those things that you get out of a romantic relationship, you can have from other relationships. So you can get those there. But until you realize, why do you want a man? What do you think a man brings to the table that you would actually appreciate? That's a genuine question. And when you all are dating, you can ask the other person that question. Even women, ask men, not why do you want to be in a relationship? Ask them, why do you want to be with a woman? What do you think a woman brings to the table that is so wonderful that you want that? And honestly, if they don't have an answer, that is a sign. That is a sign that this person wants all of the benefits of being in a relationship, but they might not actually want you, whatever you bring. That's a red flag.
Big bodybuilders, strong women, and can't even take on dwarfs.
These are female giants. And they are the world's strongest dwarves. And they'll be competing in strength competitions, all to find out who is stronger.
You're going down.
Yeah. No, you're going down. Go. Easy. 585 pounds on the bar. Yep. One more. Am I clear? Yep. Good job, Zoe. Good job, Zoe. Good job, Zoe. One more.
Men and women are not equal. No matter how much you try to be equal, you're not going to be equal because we're not the same. Okay? Equal means the same in many respects. Men are stronger than women. I mean, there's a big bodybuilders, strong women, and can't even take on dwarfs. All right? Let's just be realistic.
So here's a map of registered offenders in Los Angeles.
all these individual little dots. I'm going to randomly click on one, and you get $1 million if you accurately guess the gender. You wouldn't take those chances in a hypothetical situation, so women aren't going to take those chances in real life. For women, it is all men until proven otherwise. While women can be on this list, and it's possible, it's not as probable. And that's the point here. If the small percentage of women who do it upset you, then why wouldn't the large percentage of men who do it upset you too? Because you're not an advocate against, you're an advocate against women. And that's exactly what makes you good guys so dangerous.
You really want to know why men are sick of hearing this message? It is because you said, quote, why wouldn't the large percentage of men upset you too? When men know, you know, we all know that it is not the majority of men. Even when you run the numbers, look, I did a quick Google search and you guys can check me on this, but I found that there are 750,000 offenders in the US. Let's say about 75% of them are male, because apparently Google says 25% are female, for a grand total of 562,000. The total male population is 165 million. When you do the math, that is 0.34% of males. So I think it becomes pretty clear that this message is purely to demonize men and doesn't really have anything to do with keeping women safe.
My content has never been about dating. It's never been about men versus women. My content has always been about common sense. Let's look at things a little bit differently than the way the world has always told us to look at things. That's it. Applied to dating. I just tried to be the voice of reason. Y'all treated me like I was the voice of treason. So about you gotta pick a side. No, I don't have to pick a side. I pick the side that's reasonable, and nobody gets it right every single time. So if you want your man to be as fine as you, women always talk about we're visual creatures as well. Okay, so you want your man to be as fine as you are. When women are supposed to bring the physicality, but you also want him to protect and provide and do the things that we want men to do. That means technically he's out of your league. And y'all wonder why y'all have problems with the men, because you're punching above your weight. If you ain't finer than your man and he got money, the scales are not balanced. That doesn't make any sense. A rich man want a woman that's finer than him. So y'all can get mad at me if you want. This is just common sense. That's it.
You know what I find particularly funny? And this is why a lot of men are kind of stepping back from dating. And when I say stepping back, I mean running away from dating. Modern women, it's like you don't really get the sense, because it's not the sense. Like a sense would be, I get the sense, or I get the feeling that you really don't like me. It's not concrete. It's just like I kind of feel it in my gut. And so modern women would usually go off their gut. I kind of get the gut feeling that you don't really like me. I kind of get the sense that you don't really like me. Men have concrete evidence that modern women don't give a crap about them. And segments like what Brian was talking about, well, when we listen to, or when we discuss, when we talk about believe all women, there's a lot of men that might get thrown into that probably will get thrown into that. We're going to assume that when a woman says this man did this to me, he's going to come back and say, no, I didn't. But if we're automatically saying, well, we're going to go ahead and believe the woman, then the man is automatically going to be guilty. And the looks on some of their faces, like, yeah, it's probably going to be the case. But such is life. Some good people have to get caught up in the grand scheme of things in order for us to, it's basically like some people have to be sacrificed for the greater good. Modern women really think that way. These men are going to have to be sacrificed for the greater good. Even with a woman sitting there telling them, yeah, no, I get a lot of calls, and I hear a lot of times there's a lot of these women out here blaming men for stuff that they didn't do. The greater good is for the greater good.
Would you let your girlfriend have male friends?
No, absolutely not. It's not real.
Would it? Okay, in a group setting, if they're friends, that's
There's
fine.
no need. There's no need. She doesn't have enough girlfriends. She can't make enough friends.
I don't know.
On her own.
Yeah, like the only way that she has guy friends are like friends that are like my friends that they see and they're interacting with them because like we're together.
Got it.
In those settings.
Interesting.
You think be like, yeah, she's gonna be like, I'm gonna go hang out with this guy. He's my friend. Like, what the are you talking about?
I'm going out to dinner.
That's not
with
real.
Joe. Like, he's in town.
Well,
so.
dinner's a little intimate. Yeah.
Anything. I don't go to the park. None of that is all that's
I would
intimate.
say one-on-one's a little intimate. But like, what if it was a group setting or something?
So then
with the
that
homies?
dude's taking my chick out on a date with his boys. Like,
Yeah.
that's
But
like what I do
you
for her.
shouldn't- you
like,
shouldn't
come
feel-
over, baby. Me and my friends are hanging out.
You shouldn't feel threatened though.
Oh, look, she's trying to pull the insecurity card. That's crazy.
She does this
not
all
insecurity. Just you shouldn't feel threatened.
It's interesting to me that you guys object so much to me, like thinking that, makeup is sort of deceptive and you're fighting me on it. But like, I'm sure most of you would be to some degree upset if a guy misrepresented his height, either through shoe lifts or he lied about it on a dating app. You show up to the date, turns out he's shorter than you. If he wore a toupee,
Women are gonna wear makeup. That's for
for somebody
makeup is in its essence a lie.
Okay.
You guys can keep wearing it, but
We agree.
And we will.
We agree. You're right.
just
No,
be
no, no, you're
intellectually
right.
honest.
You're right.
Be intellectually honest.
No, seriously, you're
It's
right.
a lie. If makeup did not amplify or improve or increase your physical appearance in some way, why would you wear it?
It doesn't. So we're done.
Do men care
Enhances
about
your
physical
nose.
appearance?
Yes.
So you are putting on a facade.
I just really want to please men.
Let's look at reality. Makeup is a facade. And if you can't be intellectually honest about that, I don't know what to tell you, but it is quite literally a facade.
Okay, let's all say okay and agree to disagree then.
It's
Okay.
paint. Stifler, ask everyone to rate their own looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Can't pick 7. Your answer?
8. Okay, yeah, I want to say 10, but like last time I said 10. I mean, not
Okay,
10.
forget about last time. Imagine this is the first time you've ever been on the show.
Okay, 10.
9. 8.
Okay, what about you?
A 10 as well.
All right, what about you?
Like a 6.8.
Can't use fractions or whatever.
Okay, 6. 6.
I was going to say 6.5, so I'll say 6.
If 1,000 men were to rate you, what would the average be?
I've been rated like a 7 before.
Okay, what do you
7
think?
or 8. 8.
Sure, okay. What about you?
7.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say 6 or 7.
I rate myself a 10, but most guys would rate me like between a 7 or a 9.
Maybe like a 6 or 7. 6?
What about you?
6.
Oh, I give myself a 5. Give myself a 5.
Give yourself more credit.
Yeah, I
Fully
think I'm like
deficient.
average looking guy.
But like, why would you want to walk around life with like that kind of like
Confidence.
insecurity?
Good morning. So apparently the is upset because they feel like I only bash them and I don't talk about. I'm gonna post the screenshots of what the is saying. They think that I don't say nothing about goof. And I'm thinking in my head, do y'all not look at yourselves in the mirror every day y'all wake up? Y'all look like without the makeup, the wigs, and the weave. What is we talking about? Now it's a problem, but it's not a problem that there's 300 million children up here every day begging for money from hard work. Don't got bills to pay. Like don't got kids to feed. Like don't got haircuts to get. You be having that work for FedEx and UPS, delivering mail up to 33 flights and no elevator in the heat. First thing he looked down at his phone is asking for. Imagine that. Go out and get y'all own money. I with that fake bougie shit. Y'all just started eating crabs at the age of 25. Only crabs y'all used to see was the ones between y'all legs. Y'all just started eating steak. The only steak y'all used to have was the steakums in the freezer. Can we stop playing around, please?
The friend who cut her off responded.
So since y'all keep sending me the video and since I'm blocked, let's just talk about it.
He blocked you.
First and foremost, the fact that you started your video talking about my friend of 4 years cut me off over a man and didn't actually explain what the dynamic of the relationship was, I'm going to do that for you. You didn't get cut off over a man. You got cut off over my man, my husband, the person that's the most important to me. You live a life where you live in la la land. You A, don't have a man. B, don't have somebody, have never had anybody that does for you what my husband does for me. You are a pocket watcher. You clock everything that is done in a manner in which you wouldn't accept it, but nobody's even doing for you what my man does for me. You're upset, wholeheartedly upset, more upset than me that I got jewelry, dinner, and flowers, the thing that I requested, the thing that I enjoy, because baby, I'm a mother and a wife and I work full time. I be tired. I don't want to do a whole lot of stuff all the time. And it's not out of the norm, having been married all of these years, for my husband for our anniversary to take me to dinner, get me flowers, and get me a gift. That's enough. It's not low effort. It's not bare minimum.
She said, I no longer date for free due to the behavior of men. American tennis player Sashaya Vickery, she revealed that she now requires a $1,000 pre-date deposit, citing past negative experience.
Let me ask
Chris.
you,
Okay,
does she
we're gonna-
sound insane?
At this point, we just need to wear badges that say, hi, I operate as a... I expect this to be more transactional than me really caring to get to know you. To me, that's the problem with everything that I'm seeing online.
Dog, dating is
Dating
trial and error. You are gonna kiss a million frogs before you find your prince or your princess.
Or you shouldn't be kissing all these niggas.
1,000 frogs, $1,000.
I'm not giving them 50 cents. Yo, listen,
At what date is there any expectation from a woman? Something she has to provide. There are no expectations.
I would say at least the way we show up physically. That's very important, and it comes at a cost. So
what's the cost?
Hair done, nails done.
When you come to the table thinking that I'm so pretty or I'm so fire, that's all I have to be is pretty.
I think
I'm handsome too.
Oh my God!
Like,
I know
what?
I'm handsome too.
What you talking about?
The friend who cut her off responded.
So since y'all keep sending me the video, and since I'm blocked, let's just talk about
Oh,
it.
he blocked you.
First and foremost, the fact that you started your video talking about my friend of 4 years cut me off over a man and didn't actually explain what the dynamic of the relationship was, I'm going to do that for you. You didn't get cut off over a man. You got cut off over my man, my husband, the person that's the most important to me. You live a life where you live in la la land. You, A, don't have a man. B, don't have somebody, have never had anybody that does for you what my husband does for me. You are a pocket watcher. You clock everything that is done in a manner in which you wouldn't accept it, but nobody's even doing for you what my man does for me. You're upset, wholeheartedly upset, more upset than me that I got jewelry, dinner, and flowers, the thing that I requested, the thing that I enjoy, because baby, I'm a mother and a wife and I work full time. I be tired. I don't want to do a whole lot of stuff all the time. And it's not out of the norm, having been married all of these years, for my husband for our anniversary to take me to dinner, get me flowers, and get me a gift. That's enough. It's not low effort. It's not bare minimum.
You need to leave.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you need to leave.
Why?
I'm trespassing you from my studio. Kindly leave.
Bitch, you think I want to stay on this shit for 6 hours? If you tell me to leave one more time, my raccoon will bite you.
Can you just leave? I get that you're trying to troll, but like, can you please? I have revoked your permission to be here.
Okay.
You are now trespassing.
Okay.
Can you kindly get up and leave?
Wait, but I don't want to go yet.
I mean, she's refusing to leave. I'm asking you to leave. I need you to get up and leave.
If they call the police, you will be arrested.
Look,
No one's gonna arrest me for this.
Yes,
you're trespassing.
I have revoked your permission to be here. You are now trespassing. So I'm asking you to just get up and leave.
Yeah, the other thing is like, you're not really a very good troll. You kind of suck at it. And you're doing pretty favor.
Now you're legally not allowed to be here. I have just trespassed you from my property. So I'm asking you kindly to leave.
Okay.
Brad, I'm gonna call the cops. Can somebody call the police?
And you really look at that clip and the interaction between Brian and Lady, you see the immaturity of a lot of modern women, particularly because they, this is what they tell us. Modern women, women, they're more mature than men. They mature faster than men. And once again, I don't see it. I'm not seeing it at all. This is childish behavior. This is childish behavior right here. Instead of just getting up and leaving, honestly and truly, she's probably embarrassed, to be honest. She's probably embarrassed. Somebody asked you to leave and she was like, all right, I'll chill out. All right. So anyway, what we're talking about is rate yourself from 1 to 10. And then she might, kind of chill out and then a couple minutes later have a little joke just to keep it light and stuff like that. But she'll keep herself in check. But because Brian put a hard stop and he said, no, you need to leave now. Brian was nice to her. A lot of people, if it had been, Myron, he might have called the police on her. Well, you know, I don't know if Fresh and Fit actually has security already on at the studio. So I'm going to go ahead. We don't have to wait on the cops. You getting removed right now. So Brian was good to you. But what they won't say is how men like Brian allowed you and told you multiple times, please leave my studio. You had the women in the background just covering their faces. It was like, bro, you gotta leave. You had one woman getting up and moving out the way. You had another woman sitting over there with other women chiming in out of frame, talking about you gotta get up and leave. Man, if he calls the cops, you're going to be arrested. You're not legally allowed to be here. But you can't explain that to modern women because they don't respect boundaries. They don't respect authority. They think I'm above the law. I can do whatever I want. And my charm, my wit, and if all else fails, my beauty's gonna get them. Get the heck out of it.